Hello, welcome back. So I'm going to be talking over the ideas around detoxification and how to do it. I'll start by saying generally detoxes are useless. They aim to take out some of the digestive stress in the gastrointestinal system by reducing the amount of peristalsis they need to shift the food through. In essence, they make your guts work less. The problem with these is, however, that many of these juices are high in sugar, particularly fructose, which we know is particularly bad. Not only this, but the deuterium content of fruit is also extremely high. These are often things that are picked out of the narrow season they should be grown in, using intensive and potentially harmful agricultural methods, which would not necessarily need to be used. Usually these detox systems will contain lots of seeds and herbal extracts. You think, oh, that sounds good, it's herbal, it's natural, but the reality is a lot of them can leach nutrients from the body. As I said before in previous videos, a lot of these things are high in anti-nutrients. They will actually leave you with less nutrition once you consume them. In my opinion, I'm sure for others, that is a potential hazard. That's part of the reason why these detox juices and smoothie blends are in fact hazardous to human health. The best detox you can actually get is for free. It just requires your time, patience, and a bit of willpower. This is by fasting for 1 to 3 days, drinking only salt water. This essentially gives your digestive process a break. I think this is particularly useful if you've been eating foods inappropriate to our species. So that's going to include plants, processed foods, grains, seeds, everything like that. Really rid your body of some of the transgressions of your diet that have been causing the damage over the years. Another benefit is that it allows autophagy to happen, which clears out senescence or dead cells. These can negatively affect your mitochondria. In short, these excess cells can make you produce less energy from the same food that you're eating. I always want to sequester the most energy from the diet so I can feel my best. It's nonsensical to put in more food to try and get more out if you're only limited by the amount you can actually digest. The next point is that it can help regulate your blood glucose and revive some of your insulin sensitivity. It's really going to be the most effective way to tackle type 2 diabetes, in my opinion. Some people have issues with fasting and they usually occur from not being in a fat adapted state. Your symptoms of detoxification will be much more significant if you come from a diet high in processed foods, carbohydrates, and junk in general. If you're going to do it from this starting point, understand you'll most likely encounter problems. You're quickly changing your body's metabolism to prefer fats over carbohydrates. It's a big shock to your body. You'll likely have the dreaded keto flu that people speak of. My advice is to get into a fat adapted state, focusing solely on whole foods from an animal. What you'll find is the more fat adapted you are, the easier you'll find the fast. Also remember, any dietary and lifestyle recommendations I make are not medical advice. Before undertaking anything I mention in these videos I produce, please try to consult with your healthcare professional. I don't want to see people collapsing or having heart attacks because they jumped the gun. There is plenty of information about these practices for fasting online. You just got to pick the right resources. I suggest some information by Harry Sopanos or, in fact, Phil Escott, based in England. They put some really great content out. And if you don't want to try fasting, you may find that you can get some benefit from other methods. One is grounding, or also known as earthing. This is where you have bare parts or all of your body in physical contact with the earth, grass, or water. There is emerging evidence in the scientific literature which examines the Earth's electrons and how they allow physical changes to the body. They found it can reduce pain, enhance sleep quality, calm the mind and body, and also has a noteworthy anticoagulant or blood thinning effect. Ideally, this would be done in a river or the sea. It sounds daft, but it's worth getting your kit off, especially when the weather permits, and trying this out. You don't have to be naked to do this, just to clarify. You can just dip your feet in the water or lay in the grass. It's really that simple.
Come on, boy. Get one. In you go. In you go. Nutter.
Bart K on YouTube also has a few videos which can go into greater detail about grounding. I'll give an example of how we know it works. So we see tribesmen on long hunts walking around barefoot. You never hear of these people having joint pain and many other ailments. We just have to look back in time and see that modern diseases are from our modern sheltered lifestyles. We also know that getting sufficient sunlight during the peak hours of the day can increase mitochondrial efficiency. Vitamin D you gain from the sun is also crucial to optimal health. So essentially get a 2-in-1 effect here. A common underlying theme of my videos is that we don't need to reinvent the wheel to acquire good health. In some cases, medical intervention is extremely necessary, whereas a lot of the issues people have in regards to their health could be mitigated by living ancestrally. I could cover a number of different methods to use, but these are 2 in particular that I find most useful. For my viewers, this might just be the missing link. So I hope this brief video on detoxing has been useful, and I'll report back soon with another video. Cheers.